Pirates, ninjas, Vikings. I just got a new box of 5-inch swivel casters. So I'm going to show you how I manage my casters when I attach them to platforms. You're going to need some 3/4 inch plywood pieces. Mine are 10 by 10 inches, and I cut the corner off at the 6-inch mark. So the way this works, the plywood corner opposite the cut corner goes into the corner of the platform. The caster is attached to the plywood so that it does not overhang the edge and therefore will not hit the sides of the platform. I usually keep the wheel 1/4 inch back from the edge on both sides. I am using 1/4 inch hardware, so I will drill 1/4 inch hole through the plywood. Now, if you are making multiple pieces, you could use the first one as a template for the rest. Now, I'm using Flathead Machine Screws. I don't know why they're called screws because this is definitely a bolt. But if you're trying to find it in a store, Flathead Machine Screw. And I also have a countersink so I can get the head of the machine screw flush with the plywood. I like using these Serrated Flange Nuts. So let me unpack that. A flange nut is what you get when you combine a washer and a nut. And the serrated edges hopefully bite into the caster so that vibrations won't let it come loose. A different option instead of the flange nut is to just use a lock washer and a regular nut. I find if I just press the head of the bolt into the plywood, there's enough friction there that the ratchet will catch and tighten. But sometimes I need to use a screwdriver to hold the bolt. So when everything is tightened, the head of the bolt should not be sticking above the plywood, and the bottom of the bolt is not sticking up high enough that it hits the swivel part of the caster. Defeats the purpose of swiveling. So to install this into a platform, the designated corner goes into the corner of the platform. I always love to give the wheel a spin to make sure it actually doesn't hit. Then I use drywall screws to attach it to the platform. I do a similar setup with my rigid casters. The plywood is big enough so I can get a screw gun between the wheel and the platform. With the casters installed in this manner, the platform is 7.5 inches tall. I could also mount the caster on the bottom of the 2x4s, making that platform 11 inches tall. If I want to go higher, I need to leg up the platform. This one still needs some cross bracing. And there she rolls. And when the show's over, I keep the whole assembly in a road box. I hope this helps you manage your casters in the shop.